What is going on, people? It's Charlie Barker. We are out in, where's this? Is this Christpeace?
Christpeace, Cambridge.
Christpeace, we're in Cambridge. I am here with Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I came kind of out of nowhere in the last couple of weeks on social media. Got arrested in Cambridge by the police. They came around the house at about 5 a.m. I was kind of expecting it.
Yeah.
Basically, there have been assault weapons that have been rolled out all around the country, and I became aware of them, and all over the city, my city. This is where I grew up. I've seen them all going up. They're surveillance weapons, they're actual weapons. They can cause bodily harm and imminent threat to life. And fortunately, there are laws in this beautiful country that is England that actually allows us to take action if something is threatening us, threatening our property and threatening the property of others around us. So I decided to take action, and landed me in a cell a couple of times. But here I am outside. You know, it confuses everybody that they see me walking around in the streets. But it goes to show that what's happening isn't criminal. It's not criminal damage, and the illegality of the rollout of these things is clear now. What are the weapons? I mean, it's pretty broad, but I'm going to focus on the actual units themselves that are being rolled out at this time. The whole system is the 5G system. And you've got these big towers that are going up, the monopoles. A lot of that is illegal. You know, people that I know have found that the applications are being put through by dissolved companies, and that councils are actually rushing through these applications without any environmental impact analysis, without any public consultation. All of these things are normal procedures to stop dangerous things getting put out on the streets. But you know, beyond the towers and the monopoles that people have been talking about for some time, we're now going on to the next stage of 5G, which is the sensors. These things aren't that they do have a sensor application, but the way that they do it is absolutely lethal. So radar guns, you know, radar guns that were used by police. They would have usually two transmitters and two receivers. They'd be aimed by the policeman at the car, and there are many, many studies showing that police were getting cancers of the brain and of the testicles just from the waves that are coming back. Right, so radar is dangerous. It's known. There are hundreds of studies about it.
Is that like the infrared light? Like you won't be able to see it, but it's sort of like a wave. Like, is that what it is? Like a...
Yeah, so the answer is no, it's not infrared. Infra means below. And so you've got the visible light spectrum, which is it's the rainbow colours, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. And then above violet or ultraviolet, you've got invisible frequencies, which you can't see with your eyes, but they are there. You know, they can be damaging to the body and mind. And then below red or infrared, you've also got, you know, semi-visible and then invisible waveforms, which can transmit information and receive information. But it's, again, not necessarily good for the human body.
Of course,
So what you've got, like these mics that we're wearing now, wireless technologies. This is the age that we're in. And the fact is that there are still wires, so to speak, but they are invisible transmitted and received beams, you know, of information. And these exist in little waves, which are connecting the devices. So from your phone to our mics is a beam. And we're walking through all of that radiation, you know. And our brains, they work on frequencies, and you know, your synapses are like electronic communicating devices, let's say. And we are electromagnetic. You know, our blood's filled with iron, and we're electromagnetic beings. And so when we walk through all of this radiation, there are, you know, concerns that have been looked at. You said, is it infrared? Or, you know, that kind of thing. This is radar. You go onto the manufacturer's website, it says it's radar. If you're in a military setting, radar is treated with a lot of respect. You know, you don't point it at humans. It's usually under lock and key. Authorized personnel have to get it out, and so on. If you see radar at a like an airfield. You'll see it's really high up.
Yeah.
And it's above head height. So when it's spinning round, it's not hitting humans. It's
Okay.
just sensing aircraft.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's quite important. It's not something that you aim and point at people because they know that it causes cancer and heart attacks and strokes.
Okay.
Then you've got these weapons that are on top of traffic lights. They aren't sensors. They have nothing to do with the lights themselves.
Okay.
But they're what's called phased array radar units. And phased array, in a nutshell, what it does is the unit itself doesn't have to move, but it can track targets.
Okay.
Yeah. So these particular phased array units can beam radar at several targets on the street all at once, whether it's a dog or a pedestrian, a cyclist, a car, whatever. But it's known to cause cancer.
Okay.
So I started to look into it, and the more I looked into it, the more I realised, okay, there's a lot of foul play here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, they are weapons. I put a Freedom of Information request to Cambridge County Council
Yeah.
asking, you know, what is all this new hardware that you're putting up?
Yeah.
Who makes it, makes and models? How many have you got up now? How many are you projecting to put up? And then how do they work? What's the means of operation? So are they radar, LiDAR, infrared, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever?
Yeah.
And I get this Freedom of Information request response back from Cambridge County Council saying, we know, say there's 15 pieces of hardware, and 8 of them we know the manufacturer. The other ones we don't.
Okay.
And then they're saying the ones we do know the manufacturer, we don't know how they work. This is their word was unknown.
Bit concerning, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm reading all of this stuff about them being weapons, and then they're saying they don't know how they work. And then to me, that's one of two things.
Yeah.
Criminal negligence, which is like, out of all the hundreds of people that work in that organisation, they purchase these units, they have somebody go and put them up in the street, they have someone supposedly assessing their safety, and nobody caught that they didn't know how they worked.
Yeah.
And therefore they don't know how safe they are, right? This is legal requirements, they have to do it.
Yeah.
So it's either hundreds of people missed it, or they know how dangerous they are.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I know which one of those I choose. You know, it's that
they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah.
And I called them out on it, and now they can't answer my questions. So you've got these units that they don't know how they work, but we know who's making them. AGD Systems is the name. Go on their website and see that it's radar and so on. And then you've got these units that you know how they work, but the manufacturers aren't disclosed.
Okay.
And I'm like, how did it get to this?
Just seems like everything's being hidden from us, really.
For sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this goes, you know, hand in hand with what Mark Steele has been saying, who of Save Us Now, saveusnow.org.uk, if you want to check out more information. And he's been saying for a very long time, the whole 5G system is a weapons system.
Hiya guys, so me and Ben had a great conversation yesterday, and after the interview I just had to read through some of these websites that he sent me, just to have a look what these things look like, because I can't say I have seen them around. Maybe he's had them all off already. I will be, and of course I recommend to other people to stay away from this technology. I mean, there will be people that are going to call it a conspiracy, but the proof has been exposed, just like the COVID jabs. And people chose to ignore that as well, and look what happened. I have listed the websites below, so if you want to see for yourself, then the link is below. It's not the first time the government have lied to us, and it definitely won't be the last. So stay safe, guys.